You want to buy from sellers who are moving up in life or they're not struggling, right? You don't want to buy a property on an option from a seller who's financially struggling. Why is that? Because you don't have the title to the property and you don't want them to have any judgments or liens placed on that property. That's not the right kind of seller. You want someone who's motivated but not necessarily distressed. So big difference. Option fee to realtors up to 1% in a buyer's market, up to 3% in a strong seller's market. Option fee from buyers 1 to 2% in a buyer's market. Strong seller's market, usually 3 to 5%. Okay, work only with motivated sellers. Buy long term. The longer term, the better. At least 3 to 5 years is what I like to look for. Sell short term if you can. 12 to 24 months typically. Sometimes they need a little bit longer, but for most people, even if they've had a short sale, bankruptcy, or foreclosure, for most people, they can get it somewhere around the 2 or 3 year time frame. But definitely in a sandwich lease option, you want to kind of control that and keep it a little bit shorter term. Know what it is that you want as a minimum for doing a deal. That's what you should go after. And remember, win-win-win, and all you got to do is go out and work the system. It works. To be licensed or not, we talked a little bit about that. Here's some of the pros. Just real quick, to give you an idea, some of the things, you're going to have MLS access. You get commission when you're buying, when you're selling. You get access to the homes, training on sales and prospecting. All of that training of handling objections and sales and prospecting is all good, whether you're investing, if you are investing also. With that, they teach referral fees, presenting your own offers, sometimes to sellers. Sometimes you get a difference in health insurance group rates, and you're one of them. That really does help. By the way, you're one of them. When I say I'm an agent, then all of a sudden they're talking to me like one of them. Cons, you may have to pay your broker for some deals, depending on what kind of deals you're doing. You may owe a commission that you wouldn't owe otherwise. And you may have to use state documents in some areas. Of course, keep everything very ethical. And this is really key for all of this business. This is what's causing some problems in our industry right now. And I don't put someone in a home if they don't have a realistic chance of getting a mortgage in that time period. Now, if they screw up, I can sleep at night keeping their money if they had a chance. If I put them in, shame on me if they didn't have a chance and I just took their money and I knew they did not have prayers, to get into that property, then that's a really bad thing and that's wrong. So would you put them in your own, especially if you're doing a link option, would you put them in your own home? If you owned it and you had a mortgage on it, would you put them in your home? That's one of the questions you have to think about. You want to set them up for success. I always will work with my tenant buyers. If they need a little bit longer, if I've got longer, I'll work with them as long as they've been doing what they're supposed to do all along. I want them to do it. And I treat them like customers. Both sellers and buyers, I treat them like customers. Full disclosure, you want to be accessible to all of them.